Peace and prosperity. This is Esaia, and welcome to Earth's Feminine. This is my new channel that is all about remembering our primordial feminine energy and activating our relationship with the dominant feminine energy that we're all living in, which is earth feminine energy. I have been on YouTube for over 7 years now on my previous channel, which is Esaia Mystic. And Esaia Mystic has everything to do with deep spiritual esoteric subjects, astrology, numerology, and just going into higher and higher and higher levels of knowledge that is for those who are interested in those things, okay? But I wanted to make another channel specifically for feminine energy and remembering our primordial earth feminine essence, because I feel like we're living in a day and age where people still are carrying modern or what I would consider old and outdated perspectives of feminine energy, and these perspectives have failed us. Not only have they failed us over the past few generations, but ancestrally, there are things that want to be remembered now. On an ancestral level, on a genetic level, on a very primal level, I can feel that there are certain things that want to be embodied and actualized through us again as the feminine collective of this planet. And there are a lot of things that in that memory, in that remembrance, I don't feel like anybody is talking about. I don't feel like anybody is really hitting on the nail and hitting at its core. And in some ways, it is through the surge of, people remembering divine femininity and light feminine energy and dark feminine energy. But I feel still, it is still being talked about and understood on a very surface level, and it is not being grasped at a soul level. And this is what I want this channel to be about, is the soulful remembrance of who you are and who you're meant to be and embody as a woman. So my first video on this channel I want it to be about, or what we're going to cover, is how modern perspectives and these old outdated perspectives around feminine energy, how they failed us, and what we're moving into, what we're moving towards now for the next generation of women that are coming into this world as young women, as grown women, and even for the women now, no matter your age, you can give yourself the permission with this knowledge to actualize your soul's truth, to actualize who you really are and what you really want to express, and all of that gold that is inside of you. All right. So the first way that modern perspectives of feminine energy has failed us is because our understanding of feminine energy has been rooted in conditioning. Okay? It's been rooted in conditioning through religion, okay, that has been and was designed to control people. Religion is still used in this day and age to control people's relationship with spirituality. And the reason that this has had so much influence and impact, as we know, on how women have been treated and how we relate to women, is because spirituality in and of itself is a feminine modality. Spirituality is something that is a feminine experience. It is a feminine trait. It is a feminine, it's feminine, right? Spirituality is very feminine, okay? And religion is very masculine, okay? Because you have all of these rules, you have all of this structure. There's order that's being attempted to be given to what has no order, to what is chaotic in nature, to what is expressive and has no leash, has no bounds, right? So religion is the structure, the attempted structure that's been given to spirituality. But where modern religion and the religions that have been used to colonialize the world have failed is that they have used their religion to bring to cage spirituality. They have used religion to choke spirituality. They have used religion to beat spirituality, okay? It has not been a healthy symbiotic masculine and feminine dynamic. It has been a relationship of where the masculine wants to dominate the feminine and control her. And this is the same thing that we can see in the way that religion has brought or introduced people to spirituality. Okay, and this is why in most religions that women have been basically demonized, put down. There's all. I'm not gonna go into the depth, okay, of how the stories and how the details and how people's minds just have used religion to suppress, abuse, and do all of these heinous things to women over hundreds and hundreds of years. It's important for people to also understand, like, I'm not sitting here saying that religion is bad. I don't think that religion is bad. I think that the way that people are using religion and the rules that people are creating within religion is in complete, it goes completely against the feminine. It goes completely against where your whole ideals and everything even comes from, okay? So this is what people need to understand is like the vast majority of the way that we understand and perceive ourselves has come from conditioning, okay? From these different systems like religion. So now we have the societal system where we have different institutions and we have different people and, we have all these mindsets that have a perspective on what feminine energy is and what feminine energy should be. And what people don't understand is the influence of these different symbols that have been used to represent feminine energy, that most people are just accepting. And so the main symbol that has been put onto feminine energy, okay, this also applies to masculine energy as well with their symbol, but the feminine energy symbol that most people are using to identify women is the symbol of Venus. So the planet Venus has an energy signature, and when we claim a certain energy as our dominant energy, when that energy actually isn't our dominant energy in nature, then we end up taking on that energy to its detriment instead of to its exaltation or its successful side, okay? So we're taking on currently the energy of Venus because we're on everything, right? We're labeling everything, right? As far as it goes with gender, as Venus being the energy that rules over women, all right? And though Venus has an influence here on this planet, Venus is not the dominant energy of the feminine energy on this planet. The earth is the dominant energy that rules over the feminine energy of this planet. And the earth is a predominantly feminine planet. Okay? We live on a predominantly feminine planet. We live in a predominantly feminine realm because the earth is a negatively charged entity. Okay? The earth, let's just get this straight first and foremost. The earth is alive. The earth is alive. She is breathing, okay? She has a pulse. She has a heartbeat. She creates, right? She births. She gives us fruits. She gives us shelter. She gives us abundance. She gives us all of these things. She takes care of us, okay? We don't get our food and stuff from the grocery store. We get it from the earth. We don't get our houses and our homes from the hardware store. We get it from the earth. Everything that's here providing for us is coming from the abundance of the earth. And this is a feminine essence. And through the earth, right? Because a lot of people think that we live on earth and that's it. We do live on earth, but guess what earth lives on? The earth lives on water. Okay, the earth lives on water. So below and above this earth we live in, there are waters that are basically encapsulating this realm that we live in. This is what makes this planet a sacral planet. This is what makes this planet really and truly and purely a feminine planet. Because the sacral energy, which is also where we can understand the sacral chakra, is ruled by water. It is ruled by the womb. Okay, the sacral chakra is seated right where the womb is seated. Okay, and this is where life flows. This is where sexual energy flows. This is how we create our entire world, and this is also where, different laws of the universe come into play, right? Like the law of attraction, like all of these laws, right? They're really based in this sacral energy of creation, which is how we create in this realm. So if we live on a feminine planet, if the planet that we lives on pure negativity, right? Pure. And when I say negativity, I need you guys to understand this is also an aspect of our conditioning that has caused us to view feminine energy in all of the wrong ways. Negativity is a feminine frequency, and it's not bad. It's not bad. Negativity is actually what the world is in need of right now. We are in need of negative ions to bring balance back to our physical being. Okay? We're being bombarded with positive ions, with positive energy, with all this activity, with all this do, go. And it's killing us, right? On some levels, right? In some ways, in some aspects, this is very healthy, especially when we're dealing with masculine energy and masculine principles. But when it comes to the core, right? And the core of us all is not based in masculinity, right? Just when I was talking about religion is not the source, okay? The source is the spirituality. So we use religion to uphold spirituality. Just like masculinity is here to uphold feminine energy. And so even in this sense, masculinity is not doing its job because we don't understand feminine energy. We don't understand ourselves. We've lost this knowledge. We've lost this awareness, and This is what we're being called to remember and embody once again. I pray that the next generation of women get to have their own set of issues, their own new set of problems, so that we can continue to evolve and we cannot be stuck on what grandma didn't do and what great grandma didn't do because they didn't know. All right? So it's time for us to remember. So I kind of went off on a tangent there for a little bit, but this is what I'm getting at when I'm talking about the earth and how we need to remember that the earth is the predominant energy that represents us. Yes, it does matter when people put these symbols on us as a collective feminine essence, because we begin to embody this Venusian energy at her detriment. What does Venus represent? Venus represents balance. She represents harmony. She represents relationships. She represents self-worth and seeing your self-worth and seeing how you can better treat yourself and better treat others. Okay? This woman is all about balance. But the earth is different. The earth is different. And what happens when you embody that Venusian energy as your dominant energy through these symbols without realizing that you are a direct reflection and connection of what's happening on this planet? You are a direct reflection and embodiment of what's happening to the earth, of what's happening to the waters, right? People cry and argue and protest about climate change and all this different stuff, but it's you. You control the weather. You control the environment. You control the vibration of this realm. You rule here. And that's what religion leaves out every single time, is that you rule here. And your emotional intelligence, your philosophical beliefs, and your viewpoints about who you are, if they do not align with the truth of the spiritual laws that are in place within your existence, which is on this earth, then this is what you can expect to see. You can expect to see the things that we are experiencing today, not just that are playing out in our own personal lives, but on a collective level. The things that we're seeing in our environment, the things that we're seeing in the world. So it's time for us to see ourselves as Earth's feminine, as the daughters of the earth, as the daughters of the moon, of the waters, of the flowers, of the trees. We are this energy. And the way that we view ourselves, either in her sacredness or in her profanity, is the way that we will continue to pour into and uphold who we are meant to be on this planet. So let me break this down, because I know I can get all spiritual and inspirational, but I want you guys to understand, when you are rooted in what the earth represents, you're in your true nature. So what does the earth represent? The earth represents being in a pure state of health and wellness. The earth represents being in love and harmony with yourself and with others, having fulfilling relationships, okay? Feeling amazing in your body, always healthy, always feeling good, feeling pleasure. The earth represents love and abundance and wealth and overflow, okay? This is what the earth represents. And so right now, women don't see themselves as a direct link or as a synonymous part of those things being experienced here on this planet. We've disconnected ourselves from health and the reason that we have good health, the reason that we have healthy relationships, the reason that we have love in our life, the reason that we have abundance in our life is because we are those things. We are those things. We literally are that frequency and that energy. And this is why when we are poured into, when we are loved, when we are honored, when we are cherished, when we are uplifted by the masculine, which is what the masculine is designed to do, and by ourselves, that these things become in overflow. They just exist. They just exist here on this planet. There is no illness. There is no heartbreak. There is no poverty. Okay, we are the ending of all of that because it's not real. It's not a real thing. But you know what does happen? When we're raped, when we're disrespected, when we're dishonored, when we're lied to, when we're toyed with, when we, I can go down the list, right? When we're hunted, when we're shunned and shamed and guilt tripped and there's all these things, we start to believe in things that do not reflect the truth of who we are. And so now illness exists. And so now lack and poverty exists. And so now evil exists because we don't remember what we represent. We are all of these things. And when our philosophies and the way that we see ourselves aligns with that, the love and the beauty that emanates from us, the blessings that overflow into our life, not just for us, but for anyone who adopts that mentality and it adopts that understanding, receives those blessings and receives that love and receives that well-being. Okay? What I'm getting at here is you are the source. You are the goddess. You are the reason that life exists. Take that in for a second. You are the reason that life exists. And so this is why modern perspectives of feminine energy and how we're supposed to be as a woman and how we got to do this and how do we do that? How do we figure out this? And all of these things that we go searching for online and we go to these coaches and we want help because we want to figure out this. And at the core of it, this is what you need to understand. You need to understand that this is you. And once you know that and you start to embody that and you start to act like it, your world shifts and you actually begin to create sustainable change in your reality in every single one of these areas that I mentioned, whether it's your health, whether it's your love life, whether it's your overflow and your abundance. The beauty of who you are becomes innate and inevitable. So this is what this channel is about. This is what I am here, that I've decided to take on to share with you all, is the magic of reclaiming your primordial earth feminine energy. And if you are ready to learn more, to really begin to embody the truth of your nature so that you can activate not only these things for yourself in your own life, but to raise the vibration of the planet, then this is the channel for you. Make sure you subscribe, hit the like button on this video. And if you're ready to unlock your primordial feminine power, if you are ready to learn more about the Creatrix Academy or the Creatrix Unleashed, my 5-month mistress mind, then make sure you send me a message to my Instagram or my email. It's going to be linked down below in the description box, and we can chat and see what working together will look like. So I'm very, very excited for the future of this channel and where it's going to go. And yeah, let me know what you guys feel, what you guys think about all of what I have shared in the comments. And I will see you all in my next video. Peace.